Picture this. You're that man everyone points to as sordid. You're in the gym before the sun rises. You're respected at work. You're disciplined, focused, building something. And then she enters your life. At first, it feels like the missing piece. She looks at you like you're a hero. She tells you, "I've never felt this safe with anyone." You believe her. You believe the story every man has been sold. If you become a strong man, a good woman will love you, support you, and never stop admiring you. Fast forward, you're still in the relationship. But you're not the same man. You're more anxious. You check your phone more. You find yourself rehearsing what you're going to say to avoid an argument. You cancel the gym because she had a hard day. You leave work early because she's not feeling seen. You tone down your ambition because she says you're too obsessed with your goals. Slowly, quietly, piece by piece, your edge is gone. The man you were is fading. And one day you look in the mirror and you realize, I did everything right. I gave her my best. So why do I feel so broken? What I'm about to tell you is uncomfortable. Most women don't consciously plan to break strong men. But the emotional mechanisms that live inside them will do it automatically, if you don't understand what's happening. Listen, brother. Behind the romance, behind the poetry and the movies, there's biology. Cold, relentless, non-negotiable. Every woman carries a biological imperative. Find the strongest, most reliable male she can get, and then constantly verify that he's still that man. This isn't cruelty. It's survival. For thousands of years, a woman's body and brain were wired to ask, can he protect me? Can he provide? Can he stay calm under pressure? In her nervous system, a strong man equals safety. Not a nice man, not a people-pleasing man. A man with spine. Here's the paradox. When she feels safe, her system doesn't just relax forever. It starts testing. Her brain chemistry will push micro-challenges to see if you still hold firm. And in the modern world, dating apps, DMs, constant attention. Her brain is also being fed the illusion of infinite options. So her evolutionary wiring to reevaluate, combined with a marketplace that tells her, you can always do better, creates a relentless evaluation loop. You think you're in a love story. Your biology is in a market. Here's how the destruction actually happens, step by step. First, attachment patterns. If she has unresolved wounds with her father or past men, you don't just become her partner. You become the emotional stand-in for every man who ever hurt or disappointed her. Her subconscious says, will he abandon me too? Can I trust his strength? Let me test. So the tests begin. These are not logical, they're neurological. She picks a fight over something trivial. She contradicts your decisions in front of others. She pushes your boundaries just to see what you'll do. Her brain is running an emotional mechanism. Is he who he says he is, when it's uncomfortable? Now here's where strong men fall. Instead of holding ground, you over-explain. You negotiate. You apologize for things you don't believe you did wrong. In that moment, your dopamine shifts. It used to come from progress, wins, discipline, mission. Now it comes from her approval, her affection, her text that says, I'm not mad anymore. This is straight conditioning, intermittent reinforcement. Your brain gets hooked on small doses of affection, mixed with withdrawal and tension. Dopamine skyrockets when she gives you a little reward after you've been anxious and stressed. That's addiction-level brain chemistry. You become less mission-centered and more relationship-centered. Over time, your inner world feminizes. You stop asking, "What do I want to build?" You start asking, "What will keep her happy?" That's the identity erosion loop. She tests. You fold or overreact. She loses respect. You chase harder. She feels even less safe. Repeat, until the strong man is gone. Let's get brutally practical. Here are the signs you're being slowly broken, my friend. Behavioral example 1. You start canceling your training. The gym, the run, the martial arts class, all fall second to being there for her. You feel guilty for choosing your body over her mood. Behavioral example 2. Your language softens into permission seeking. You used to say, "I'll be working late tonight." Now you say, "Is it okay if I work late tonight?" Every sentence is a negotiation contract, not a statement of direction. Behavioral example 3. You over-communicate out of fear. You send long paragraphs explaining why you did something simple. You're not speaking to be understood. You're speaking to avoid punishment. Behavioral example 4. You drop your friends. Your brothers, your mentors, your circle. Guys who tell you the truth feel harsh compared to her emotional world. So you isolate. Behavioral example 5. You walk on eggshells in your own home. You scan her face every time you walk in. Your nervous system is hypervigilant, reading micro-expressions for danger. Now, 2 quick case studies. Case study 1. Daniel. Daniel was a high-performing sales leader. Early mornings, heavy lifting, bonus checks. He meets a woman who says, "I love how driven you are." 6 months later, that same drive is called obsession. She complains he's never present. So he softens, skips the gym, leaves the office early. His numbers drop. Her attraction drops with them. He sacrificed his edge for her comfort. She lost respect and left anyway. Case study 2. Marcus. Marcus was calm, grounded, stoic. His woman constantly pushed boundaries, flirting with male friends, posting thirst traps, disrespecting time agreements. Instead of drawing a hard line, he explained. He educated. He tried to communicate better. Her brain read one thing. This man doesn't enforce reality. I'm not safe to trust his leadership. Attraction died. He was confused. He thought being endlessly patient made him good. In her nervous system, it made him weak. Now let's zoom out, because it's not just her. It's the system around both of you. We live in a culture that no longer trusts masculinity. Every man is told, be vulnerable, be soft, be emotionally available. But almost no one says, also, be unshakable, set boundaries, lead. So men swing to one extreme, total softness. At the same time, a distorted form of feminism whispers to women, if a man leads, he's controlling. If he sets boundaries, he's toxic. If he says no, he's abusive. So what happens? Every time you step into healthy masculine leadership, she has 100 TikToks and posts ready to label you red flag, narcissist, gaslighter. Therapy language becomes a weapon. Clinical terms replace honest communication. A man with standards is now a problem. Meanwhile, social media and dating apps keep telling her more, more, more. There's always a man out there who's richer, taller, hotter, more emotionally available. And in the background, corporations and institutions quietly benefit. A broken man is easy to control. He consumes more. He rebels less. He numbs himself with distractions. The destruction of strong men is not just personal. It's profitable. There comes a moment, brother, when it all breaks. You've done everything she asked. You compromised. You bent. You gave. And one day she looks at you and says words that cut straight through bone. I don't feel the same anymore. You've changed. I just don't feel attracted to you. Your world collapses. You replay every sacrifice, every gym session skipped, every boundary you swallowed, every time you said, "It's fine," when it wasn't. And now, you're alone. The illusion shatters. You thought love would reward self-abandonment. It doesn't. Your mind goes to dark places. Maybe I was never enough. Maybe I'm just broken. This is where many men fall into: depression, addiction, numb scrolling, or worse, thoughts of ending it all. Meanwhile, her experience is different. She often can't logically explain why she's done. Her body just doesn't feel it. Her nervous system doesn't trust your strength anymore. She may even feel guilty, but also relieved. You became safe, but not strong. In her biology, those are not the same thing. Here's the bitter truth most men are never told. Attraction is not charity. Attraction is not sympathy. A woman does not stay attracted because you suffer for her. She stays attracted because you stay yourself in front of her. Every man who trades his self-respect for her comfort eventually loses both. Every woman, whether she admits it or not, is wired to respect strength over sacrifice. Without respect, her love curdles into irritation, contempt, boredom. You can feel it, in the sighs, in the eye rolls, in the way she looks at her phone when you speak. And here's the hardest part to swallow. Her tests were never the real problem. Your response was. Testing is part of the biological emotional mechanism. It's how her system asks, "Are you still solid?" When you collapse over and over, you train her nervous system to see you as unstable. No teacher showed you this. School didn't. Most fathers didn't. You were taught, be nice, be agreeable, never upset her. You were never taught, be grounded, be principled, be willing to walk away. So what now, brother? Do you hate women? Do you swear off relationships forever? No. That's just another form of weakness. The answer is simple, but not easy. You return to your core. You rebuild your life around your body. Training is non-negotiable. Your mind, learning, reading, sharpening. Your spirit, time in silence, nature, reflection. Your mission, the work you'd do even if no one clapped. You set boundaries, real ones. You say no calmly. You stop over-explaining. You decide what behavior is acceptable in your life, and you enforce it, without drama. You rewire your nervous system from approval-seeking to grounded presence. You do this with breath work, cold exposure, hard physical challenges, time away from constant digital stimulation. You choose partners differently. You don't chase chaos and call it passion. You look for women who respect masculine leadership, who are aware of their own patterns, who want to build with you, not reshape you. And most importantly, you detach from the outcome. You understand a fundamental law. You cannot control her feelings. You can only control your character. If she stays, she stays. If she leaves, you remain. You also reconnect with brotherhood. You find men who hold you to a standard, who don't flinch when you're in pain, but also don't let you drown in it. Because this path is not about becoming anti-woman. It's about becoming pro-self-respect. In the end, the strong man is not the one no woman can break. He's the one who, even if he's broken, rebuilds himself with deeper clarity, harder boundaries, and a quieter, unshakable strength. Remember this: a woman can only break the man who abandoned himself first. Don't abandon yourself again.